Hey, you guys, it's Life of Nikki Lee podcast. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're doing well and living your fullest every day. So, I hope you guys are doing well out there. I know that there's so much going on in the world right now. I basically wanted to come on here and talk to all of you to see how everybody is doing, how you're feeling since the beginning of 2025. I know it started out, everyone was feeling good during the holidays and we wanted everything to be, promising. And we're still hopeful out here. And I just want to tell you guys, no matter what you guys are seeing out here in the news or whatever the case may be, I want you to keep your head up. I want you to stay positive. There are so many things happening and kicking off in the world right now. And I know some of it looks so discouraging, but I just want to tell you right now that I'm praying for you guys. I love you guys. I hope you're doing well. Mentally, physically, spiritually, all the good things. I'm just sending you love, positive energy, and light right now. I hope you guys are doing well. As you've seen in the news, all hell is broken loose in California. These wildfires, um, the last time I checked, they said that they haven't been contained yet at all. So right now they're just ravaging through California right now. They said they've been going, like, the size of the fire is massive. It's like the worst wildfire in the history of the US right now. Wow, that is insane. And they said that as far as it has spread out, it's like the size of 5 football fields. When you think of one football field, you already know that that's huge, but the size of 5 football fields, and it's just blowing through this land. All these acres of beautiful land are being scorched. So I just want to send prayers and loving, healing energy out to the people who have to evacuate out there in California. Our thoughts and prayers are with you guys. I hope you guys can get somewhere safe because there's a lot going on right now, and it sucks to be somewhere and have to evacuate, because what about the people who don't have the proper transportation or who don't have the means to communicate or reach out to others, And during times like this, when the world is in such a tizzy, because it's a lot of things going on in the world right now, because I know over there, is it I want to say Ghana, because I know they're dealing with some fires over there as well. Like, there's stuff happening all throughout the world in, like, different countries. It's just like so much catastrophe is going on. And like I said, I had to come on here and talk about it because I've seen, just from the start of 2025, it just seems like, and I don't like claiming this, Lord bless it, but 2025 has started off pretty rough. And it just kind of seems like all hell is broken loose. And I remember watching, the clip from some of the video footage of these people out here in California. One guy, he was in his home and everything around him is just like burning. I'll be posting these clips so you can see what I'm talking about. But I was just thinking, like, wow, can you imagine being in your home, not being able to just leave immediately? And there are a lot of people saying, why can't you just leave? Here's the thing with wildfires, you guys, if you don't get out soon enough, the way and how rapid fire spreads, you could literally be within seconds of life or death, because those fires spread so rapidly. It's like, if you don't get out in time, it's just like you're screwed. And I just couldn't believe it. It was like, when I was looking at that video, I just thought, this is like some apocalyptic type of stuff. everything burning down to the ground around you. And I just hope and I pray to God that these people can do something, because being without resources is bad enough, but everything around you being scorched, not being able to leave, it's like, where will you go? What can you do? Who can come help you? And then the country as a whole, like where we are right now, with what happened in New Orleans and this ISIS attack, they're saying, and possible other terroristic threats, right? And then we have Donald Trump, president-elect, about to come in, and he's trying to, look, the man hasn't even gotten office yet, and he's already talking about what he's going to do, what areas and what lands that he's trying to conquer for the U.S., and he also said he's going to turn the Gulf of Mexico into the Gulf of America. Like, this man, he's already ready to just change up and switch up everything. And we still don't know how things are going to work well with those plans. Right now, you still have situations where people can't pay their bills. They're lacking in resources, and he's coming in, he's ready to make all these changes. So it's just kind of like, it's like a bad, terrible movie that you can't look away from, or a bad, terrible train wreck that you can't look away from. It's just like, all you can do is just kind of sit there and see what happens, And I remember the other day that I was looking at Vice President Kamala Harris when she was swearing in that lady, and she goes to shake her husband's hand. He didn't even want to shake her hand. And some people were saying, like, well, he had a cane in one hand, the Bible in the other hand. But it was just like, okay, you could have let your wife hold the Bible, and you could have shook the woman's hand. Like, you're not that, feeble and weak to where you couldn't have, shaken the woman's hand. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, what the hell? Y'all are doing too much out here. Y'all are doing too much out here. It's absolutely ridiculous. I remember when they had that hurricane, and I remember Vice President Kamala was trying to reach out to what's his name? Ron DeSantis out there in Florida. He wouldn't take her calls. He didn't want to talk to her. He refused to talk to her. And I'm like, the disrespect is just beyond me. And right now it's kind of just, it's like watching a bunch of fucking toddlers in positions of power. You see how people are already getting comfortable trying to be disrespectful, and things have been crazy for a while, but it's like now it's rearing its ugly head even more. And I'll be honest with you, like, going into this new 4 years with Donald Trump getting back in office, I'm nervous about it. Because I feel like people are already acting a damn fool, and then you have, people who are outright being racist, and they don't give a shit. I feel like I won't say it's all his fault, but I feel like he gives them more gas to be these racist, prejudiced assholes out here. And now when you think about the turn of the country where Roe versus Wade has been thrown out, they're taking away women's rights, all these things, it's like he's getting all this power. And this man, the man that you see before us, he's a fucking psychopath. I don't give a damn what anybody says. He's a fucking psychopath. He is. He wants to change all these things. He wants to conquer all these things. And I get it. If you're a strong leader, you got to have some balls and you got to take some initiative. And I get that. But the way that he incites a lot of drama and bullshit within this country, and people just follow along with it. It's crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy to me. And then he had the nerve, even with all this shit happening in California, he had the nerve to call California's governor incompetent. You know, this man's state is getting ripped apart with these wildfires, and he's hopping on his damn social media and making all these statements. Well, he could have did this, but he didn't do this and he didn't do that. And now look at what's happening as a result. It's just like, wow. Like, is this what the country is becoming? People pointing the finger, and instead of trying to work together and say, hey, let's send all our support. Let's do what we can to support California. Let's do what we can to fix these issues in our country. Let's come together in a way like never before. No, you got a bunch of fucking petty politicians on both the left and the right going back and forth at each other. And the whole time, this country is suffering. People are getting right back into their old, hateful, racist rooted ways. And it's just like, is this what y'all really want? Is this what people really want? Is this what you want America to be known for? Wake up. There's shit happening all around us. And then I'm going to take it a step further, you guys. I believe at this point, there are other countries doing shit to try to, and like I said, it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion, solely my opinion, okay? I believe there are other countries trying to infiltrate things into America to do harm to this country. And there's so much dysfunction and there's no unity. It's getting to the point where what's it going to take? What is this country? What kind of hell? What kind of bullshit is this country going to have to get dragged through before we finally see the light, before we finally band together as brothers and sisters, not only in Christ, but coming together for the foundation of this country? All this make America great again. When was it ever great? Given its history and what it was founded on, when was it ever great? That's a bullshit line. But I tell you what we can do. We can make it great for the future to come. But we're going to have to overcome all this bullshit, all this bigotry, all this hatred, all this misogynistic, all these misogynistic asshole ways of them trying to take women's rights. And we need to get beyond that. A country is only as strong as its citizens. And I just hope and I pray to God that in this year we don't have to suffer devastating blows to learn that. And I'm just praying right now for this country. I'm praying for the world. Because this right here, this right now, it's a complete shit show. It's a complete shit show. And for the first time in my 39 years of life, I'm looking around in this world and I'm like, what the actual hell is going on here? These times are getting scarier and scarier, guys. But let's stay positive. I know that's easier said than done, you guys. Let's keep praying. Let's keep being good to one another. Do good when you can and how you can, okay? Stay positive, stay prayerful, and just remember, God is still in control. Leave your comments down below. Tell me how you're feeling with this whole year coming about. Let's talk. Let's chat it out in the comment section down below. Until then, this is Nikki Lee signing out, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.